How's it going, everybody? My name is Dig McCaffrey. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I want to talk to you guys about a news story that's been circulating around Facebook and social media and stuff about a local Texas teen who is being denied to walk down his graduation aisle because of his dreadlocks. I think this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. So, without further ado, this is Texas teen won't be able to walk at graduation unless he cuts his dreadlocks. Let's get into it.
People packed a Barbers Hill school board meeting tonight, fired up over the dress code.
Yeah, it's a dress code some say is outdated and racially insensitive, especially when it pertains to one student who wears dreadlocks. Marcelino Benito in Mount Bellevue with both sides tonight.
Guys, Barbers Hill ISD hasn't had a school board meeting in its history with more than 2 speakers. Tonight, 16 people spoke up against a hair policy that many say is racially charged.
I get it. You don't understand locks because ain't none of y'all black.
On Martin Luther King Jr. Day.
Okay, they're saying that it's racially charged. That, I think, might be semi-accurate, but a little bit of a stretch. I don't know exactly the reasoning as to why. I believe they mentioned it later on in the video as to why, something about a school policy or something. But it's also really kind of ridiculous to, always just claim racism about everything. However, I can see the side of the story that it could possibly be racist. I mean, we're talking about Texas here, and as conservative as I am and as much as I love the great state of Texas, there are some people who are still pretty racist that live in a lot of the southern states.
District that touts its excellence found itself embroiled in controversy about race, discrimination, and dreadlocks.
This is a black and white issue.
The dress code is designed by white people for white people that is damaging to black bodies.
Activists stood beside DeAndre Arnold and his family as they addressed the Barbers Hill ISD school board. DeAndre has been suspended and won't be able to walk at his graduation in 3 months unless he cuts his dreadlocks.
DeAndre should not have to go through this. This family should not have to go through this, but I expect it from a school board that has zero diversity.
The district says this isn't about dreadlocks or race.
There is no dress code policy that prohibits any cornrow or any other method of the wearing of the hair. Our policy limits the length. It's been that way for 30 years.
Okay, it limits the length. That's really, really stupid. Now, if this is a private school, I could understand. Private schools tend to usually have much more of a picture-perfect kind of image that they want to portray. And they can legally do that because they are technically a privately owned business. So they can make their own rules like that. Now, this is a public school funded by the state. They are not allowed to tell you what you can and cannot do with your hair. If you want to come to school with a giant blue mohawk, you can. The only thing that a lot of schools do not allow people to do is come to school with offensive clothing, whether it be racist, whether it be anti-Semitic, whether it has curse words in it, gang-related, anything like that. You are not allowed to wear that stuff in school. And for that, I do agree with that. But the fact that you can only have your hair a certain length, that's just plain out stupid. There's a little girl that goes to school with my daughter. It's one of her best friends who has bright blue hair and half of her head shaved. I personally don't agree with it, but you know what? It doesn't matter what I agree with or don't agree with. She can do that because it's a public school. With this, they are under no rule that the students cannot do that. They are state funded. If other schools are allowing it, then they have to allow it as well because all the other schools, public schools, are state funded.
A handful of speakers agreed with the district and pleaded with them not to make an exception with the rules, but the majority didn't buy the district's explanation.
We're here about DeAndre, but it's bigger than DeAndre. It's about all the other DeAndres that possibly can come through Barbers Hill.
DeAndre's family is hoping his hair doesn't derail a good student's future, and they vow to fight this until the end.
They have 48 hours to come up with a resolution. If not, we're going to take this to federal court.
DeAndre's family tells us they plan to explore a host of different legal options, but at this point, if nothing changes, DeAndre will not be able to walk at his graduation in less than 3 months. We're in Mount Bellevue tonight. I'm Marcelino Benito, KHOU 11 News.
That's awful. That is awful. So I did a little bit more research here, and I actually looked up a couple of news stories, and this one actually comes directly from NBC News. So I'm just going to read a little bit of this here and try to give you a little bit more explanation. as to the school board's reasoning and what's going on here. A black teenager in Texas has been suspended and told he can't walk in his high school graduation ceremony unless he cuts his dreadlocks to meet the school's district dress code. Dumb. DeAndre Arnold, a senior at Barbers Hill High School in Mont Belvieu, about 30 miles east of Houston, told the NBC affiliate KPRC of Houston that his hair has been in compliance with school rules until recently, when he faced in-school suspension after he refused to cut it. Okay, so now we're kind of getting somewhere here. He was in complete compliance with the school dress code, but something changed. All right, here we go. His mother, Sandy Arnold, said after Christmas break, 3 months before graduation, the Barbers Hill Independent School District changed its dress code as it refers to hair. So they changed the dress code for some odd reason. Now the rules stipulate hair must be cleaned and well groomed and not extend on male students at any time below the eyebrows, the earlobes, or the top of a t-shirt collar, including when let down. Why? You are a public school. Do any of the other schools in this state have to follow those certain rules and policies? I don't think so. They say that even though my hair is up and I follow all of the regulations, that if it was down, it would be out of dress code. So he always keeps his hair up for school to stay in compliance with this dumbass policy. But now they're saying that, well, if your hair was down, you would be out of compliance with the dress code. What a crock of horse shit. Sandy Arnold said that as a result of the rule change, her son is not allowed in school and can't attend graduation until he complies with the dress code. The fact that they are making him cut his dreadlocks without giving him any reasoning. Let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, in the previous video that we watched, that school board member said the policy has not changed in 30 years. But now it has changed. They changed it over Christmas break. Someone's lying here. This is an absolute garbage of a mess that this school board has started. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is a state-funded school, and schools are not allowed to actually make up new rules for that school unless they are privately funded. Thank you everybody so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please leave a like. Leave me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what you thought of it. Please hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to my channel. Thank you everybody so much for joining me. Catch you in the next one.